Today we're gonna go take a look at a couple of Airbnbs. Today's Sunday, so there's a couple checkouts today. So we're gonna go see, and I'm gonna show you how guests leave the property. Sometimes they leave it good, sometimes they don't. So we're gonna go check it out right now and see what kind of shape it's in. So we're gonna head over here. The first one we have is over on the north side of the lake. Sometimes they leave these good, and it seems like you don't really have to do anything. And sometimes they're kind of a disaster. It's hit or miss, but I think generally for the most part, people leave them in good shape. But there are some bad apples sometimes. The other thing is sometimes they leave things in the refrigerator that, eggs and whatever, beer, and so it's just interesting to see. I know if you've never hosted before, you're kind of curious about what people will leave a house looking like. What are they going to do in your house? And that's one of the fears I think that a lot of people have and keeps them from hosting is, are people going to take care of your stuff? Or are people, do they respect your property? So usually the cleaners will go out here, and we kind of just drop by every now and then, but today happens to be Mother's Day. So we have given our cleaners the day off. So we actually have 2 houses to clean today. Before we get there, I have to make sure that I've got enough cherry Coke in me because it's the best soda. Hello.
This first house that we're looking at today is a 2,800 square foot, 3-bedroom, 4-bath house that sleeps 6.
Just left with some water bottles, and
looks like they chose not to do the dishes.
So the living room looks okay. Let's take a look at the kitchen, which does not look great. It's not trashed, but they could have thrown their trash away. Dining room looks okay. Oh, nice. Some open, what is that?
Chili peppers.
Yeah, they just left whatever they didn't finish. Left some trash on the cabinet over here. So when we look at these houses, when they get done with them, some people, this is kind of common to see this. A lot of people will. I think the idea is that they are paying the cleaning fee, so they want to get their money's worth out of the cleaning fee. Which, I can see that side of it, but the cleaning fee has to go to pay the cleaner a decent wage. And so it's not like we could just waive a cleaning fee and say, y'all clean up after yourselves. Doesn't really work that way. So let's see what the rest of the house looks like. So Kelly is working today because we like to give our cleaners a day off for special holidays and stuff, and today's Mother's Day.
Technically, this room should not have been used because they only booked our property for 2 people. However, they chose to use this bathroom with the linens and the shower instead of using the bathroom in the master.
So let's take a look at this other room that's in here that they closed the door to. So I'm a little worried. The bed was sort of used. It's got some wrinkles on it. And
doesn't look like they used this bathroom.
The bathroom looks okay.
But like Jeremy said, some people feel entitled to mess every area of the house up because they paid a cleaning fee. Which, is that considerate? No. Do they do it? Yes.
I don't think anybody really uses this room. This is the office. If they use it, then it's very minimal. Usually nothing going on in here. So, you know, we have a kind of a desk set up here for them to use. So this was, they drank a lot of water.
They were definitely thirsty.
They stayed hydrated. I guess they didn't care to throw this away, which is not a big deal. There's just trash
Everywhere.
left in certain places. Kind of, I don't know. Do you do this at your own house? I mean, some people probably do. The bathtub looks okay. It's got a little bit of hair in there. That's kind of normal. The shower looks okay, kind of normal. So overall, the bathroom's okay. Toilet needs to be clean, that's normal. That's all the rooms, and there's one more bathroom that we can go take a look at and see what they did there.
Then we can check the hot tub. That's always a scary one.
Yes, there is a hot tub here. There's an outdoor seating area here. There's a fire pit outside. And there's a game room in the garage that we'll go take a look at in a second. They did use it in here. Looks normal to me. The laundry room has been used. I gotta find the light. Laundry room has been used. Looks like they put all the towels in here, so that was nice of them to do. The garage. This is where the game room is. We just have a ping pong table and a foosball table in here. This all looks fine, looks normal. There's not like beer cans or anything in here, so that's good. Let's go out back and we'll take a look and see what the hot tub looks like. The hot tub is actually in good shape. This doesn't always happen. So it looks like the water level's okay and the water itself is okay. More water. Very thirsty people. So we have a lot of guests that come, and a lot of people are very considerate with the places that we have. And they'll clean up after themselves. They'll do the dishes. They'll throw in the laundry. We have that happen a lot of the times. Sometimes people come in and they don't respect it. And you can tell those people. A lot of times you can kind of tell with the way that the conversation has gone during their stay. So it's really hit or miss whether, you know, you get somebody that's really, they treat it like their own house. And sometimes people just, they feel like, you know, they've paid that cleaning fee, then that's, you know, they're done at that point. They don't feel like they need to do anything or they want to do anything. So let's go and we'll check out the other house. We've got another house to check out and we'll see how they left that one. So now we're headed over to the other side of the lake, the south side. We've got another property on there. It's actually on the lake and it's a little more upscale than what we just came from. The one we're going to too, it sleeps 12 people. So this one's a little bit bigger, has more beds, and usually draws a bigger crowd. It's at a higher price point. So we're gonna go over there and see how they left that, how the rooms are, how the beds are, and it's always fun to see what they left in the fridge.
It's a lake house, so it's right on the lake. We call it living on the ledge, and there's a beautiful back porch and a hot tub.
So we've got a few rentals in here. Down there's a rental we have. This is kind of the north side of the lake. We're headed east and we're going around to go around the lake to the other side. We have another rental down there. And this lake is pretty popular for a lot of tubing and lake activities that you would expect, boating and stuff like that. But the lake is actually really far down right now. Like the level's pretty far down. It's at a record low from a lot of different things have happened in the area. A lot of people have moved out to this area, and we have had less rain than we usually would have. So our lake is actually really low. We kind of need a flood to get it back to fill it back up. I don't know if that's going to happen, but you know, we're at the point right now where there are no open boat ramps, so you can't even put your boat in unless you live on the lake and you have your own private place to put it in, or if you're already in a dock somewhere. But even the marinas and stuff are really at a level that's so low that I'm not even sure if they're operating. So it's kind of sad to see that, but we're hoping the lake will come back soon with some sort of flood or some sort of heavy rains that'll bring it back. So this is they have a grocery store out here, Brookshire Brothers. This is one of the most popular parts of the lake right here on the north side. We get a lot of people that come in. There's a marina down this road right here to the right. A lot of boating goes on here. There used to be a beach right down there. I think the beach has been closed now because of the lake level.
Yeah,
but this is kind of where all the action is, where the activity is for the lake. There's other spots on the lake, but this is probably the most popular place.
At 0.5 miles, turn right on the South Access Road.
Thank you, GPS. Oh, this is a really good restaurant right here. This is Wildflower Artisan Bakery and Grill. That place is amazing. They have really good, like, homemade, fresh ingredient food. Well, at first glance, it looks all right. There's the guest book. We'll look at that in a second. That's the formal dining table. I don't think anybody ever really uses that. And then here's the bar area. Fairly clean. There's some crumbs and stuff on there. It needs to be cleaned anyway, so not a big deal. Looks like they loaded and ran the dishwasher, which is amazing. That's always helpful when people do that. So that's the kitchen. Let's see. We'll come back to the fridge and we'll see what was in there later. Let's look in here. This is one of the kind of the smaller, like kind of a media room. It was a garage and it was turned into kind of a media room. So this looks fine. Doesn't look like anybody did anything crazy in here. So this is pretty normal, I think. Well, from what I've seen so far, for especially at this price point, it's, you know, the houses that are at a higher price point, usually the guests kind of are a little more respectful. So this bed looks like it could have been slept on, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. So we'll pull the sheets off that one and wash them. This bathroom, there's no light in here. They put some towels in the bathtub, which I think that's what we asked them to do. I don't remember if it's on the instructions or not. But we have some instructions on the wall for the guests to look at. I don't know if you can see the towels in there. So they used those towels and put them in there, that's great. We'll start a load of laundry with that. Bathroom looks fine. That's just the hall bathroom. This is the laundry room. Doesn't look like they started any laundry. Sometimes the guests will start a load of laundry before they leave, which is always nice too. I love this property. It's got this view. So if you look out there, that's Canyon Lake. So the funny thing is, and I'll show you this about Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake it was built in the 60s. It was created in the 60s, late 60s. I think it was like 67, 68. And at that point, they filled it, and it was at 100% to around 90% for its whole life until about 2 or 3 years ago. And now it's like 50% level. So this is really kind of scary for this lake. And you see all those tree stumps that are out there, all the trees that are, you've got the trees hanging out of the water basically. All those trees were underwater before. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see better. All of those trees were underwater at one point, and the shore level was where that little gazebo is. The water used to come up right before that. So this is just it's kind of sad to see it. There used to be boats out here all the time going up and down this part of the lake. There's sandbars in the middle of the lake out there that they weren't there before. There's sandbars all coming out of the water here too. And you can see how drastic the water level has come down. And even this little area in here, this inlet right here, this used to be water all in here. Used to be filled with water. So it's kind of sad to see it. So let's look around the rest of the house and see what else we can find. And this is just how, it's a bed that was used. So that's how people leave it. Here's more towels in the bathtub. Shower looks fine. Nothing really to see there. Let's go look upstairs and then we'll see what's in the fridge. Sometimes people leave stuff in the fridge. I don't know that happens too often, but it's always, I don't know, I always think it's funny to see what people leave. A lot of times there's like ice cream or beer or whatever. These are bunk beds upstairs, and looks like every single one of them was used, which is fine too. I think we had a full house. I think we had 12 guests here. So, that's what the house is for. We're renting it out. There's more towels in the bathtub. So we'll start some laundry soon. And the room. Got more stuff here. One thing we can look at too is we can take a look and see what the hot tub looks like. Sometimes when people are staying, they can really dirty up the hot tub. So let's go see how they left the hot tub. Yep. So the water looks fine. Nobody threw up in it, so that's good. Here's that view again. And this property actually has a walkway down, so you can actually access the lake from the back patio, which is really cool. Nice feature of the house. A lot of people like that. They can just walk down there and you can go fishing or go swimming or whatever you want to do. Just watch for sharks. Oh, wow. Okay. Coffee mate, and it looks like, what is this? Pin Drift. It's hard to read because the label's like, I don't know what happened to that label. Some kind of beer or something. Here is a Blue Moon Light. I didn't know Blue Moon made light. I used to drink Blue Moon. I don't drink anymore, but I used to like Blue Moon. I didn't know they had a light. And some Coffee Mate. Let's see if there's anything in the freezer. Drumsticks. That's a score. These are a classic. So there's like 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. One more thing, let's look and see what they said in the guest book. Guests. So it was a group, Ben, Candace, Lizzie. They came from Dallas and they came to watch their daughter graduate from Texas State. And it looks like they went to Green, Texas, which is a small town not too far from here. And it's a really cute little town. It gets a lot of travelers. It has some cute restaurants and stuff. So that's a couple of Airbnbs. This is on Mother's Day. And those are a couple of Airbnbs. We had a couple people leave today. So this is just an example of how they're left. I might do more of these if you decide that you want to see some more. But sometimes these are bad. This one actually looks pretty good. This one looks better than the first one that we saw. The people seemed like, they tried to help out a little more. They didn't leave trash everywhere and everything, but we will do more of these in the future, I think. If it's something that was interesting, just let me know.